እንደምን ዋላችሁ? Thank you, Elias, for this great introduction. Tessimrat, we love you. በጣም ምንወድሽ እህት ነሽ። እግዚአብሔር ይስጥሽ ስላቀረብሽልን presentation. እሷ ፖኤቲክ በሆነ መልኩ ነው ያቀረበችው። The forgotten voice. የተረሱ ድምጾች በጣም የተረሱ ድምጾች ናቸው ልጆች። የአሜሪካ ላይፍ ኤክስፔክተንሲ ስንት ነው? 79 ዓመት ነው። እዛ ላይ እያንዳንዳችሁ እድሜያችሁን ቀንሱት። የቀራችሁ ጊዜ ያውም ደግሞ እዛ ከደረስን ማለት ነው። እና ልጆቹ የሚቀጥለው ትውልድ ይሄ ወሬ የሆነ መጥቷል። That is real. የቀረን እድሜ በጣም ሊሚትድ ነው። I don't know about you guys, but myself, I don't think I'm that old. But I feel like my time is just dwindling down. እና ለልጆቹ ነው በጣም concerned መሆነው በእኔ እድሜ ማለት ነው። በቤቴ ቁጭ ብዬ that's my passion. That's what I do. እና ልጆቹ they are the forgotten voice. That's the reason why you guys need to hear from them. Can you guys come up here, all of you? Can you guys welcome them? እና ልጆቹ ስለዚህ ችግር ወደንም ጠላንም ያውቃሉ። They are pretty aware of everything. ስለዚህ እነሱ ምን ይሰማቸዋል የሚለውን ከእነሱ እንድትሰሙት ነው። Since we do not have time, I have 3 or 4 questions, and those of you interested in answering it, just take the mic and explain it to your parents, okay? So, you guys are pretty aware of the church situation, correct? And the first question that I want to ask you is, how does it impact you personally, individually? If you want to answer, the mic is there. Please pick it up. And how does it impact you as a person, individually? Don't be shy. Announce your name and.
My name is Thomas. I was personally, I was really sad because I always grew up in Maria. I was baptized at the other church in Decatur. So when I knew we split, and the reason why it was I was confused because we used to be happy, but now it's sad. So personally, it hit me hard.
Okay. How does it impact you personally as a person?
My name is Kabra Abiyahira, and I just feel like we didn't really get to see it all happen. It kind of just sprung on us one day because we were treated as just children. We just had to sit there as observers. So we didn't really get to understand what was going on at the time. It's been months now and we're finally understanding everything that's going on. And I feel like we should have been able to know what was going on before it happened. So we could at least think about it or prepare ourselves for something like that to happen. So yeah.
Hi, my name is Helena. For me, I didn't have church was not really social for me before, so it didn't really break any friendships. But my godmother, you guys know Tahai, yeah, she's my godmom, and so I remember we used to always exchange Christmas gifts, and we would always take a cake to their house for Easter. But we didn't do that this year, the cake, and then for the Christmas gifts, we had to like exchange it through my aunt, and it was just like so sad because she's like the nicest person to me, and I hear all these bad things about her, and I'm not trying to say, like, 'cause I didn't see all the things that you guys see, but for me, like, it's hard to hear all the bad things. Not only her, just like other people, and I feel like the church splitting, like I remember in the Gorban line, I would always hug her like every week, and it's just like hard not to see her face or drifting apart from my family members. So yeah.
Thank you. It's pretty heartbreaking. One more person and we'll go to the second question.
My name is Zacharias Ferreira, and this impacted me as in like we stopped knowing each other. Like we all had nothing to do with each other. And this church, we're supposed to be a family, like one big family, and to me I think it should always stay like that.
በአብዛኛው ልጆቹን እንደ ህፃን ነው የምናያቸው። አክቹሊ እኔም እዚህ ቤተ ክርስቲያን ስላደግኩ ስቲል እንደ ህፃን የሚያዩኝ ሰዎች አሉ። እና ይሄ ባህላችን መቀየር አለበት። ሰምታችኋቸዋል አይደል? How eloquently they express themselves, how they describe the situation we're in. So ህፃናት ልጆች አይደሉም። ስለዚህ ሲናገሩ እንስማቸው። መጀመሪያውንም ድምጻቸውን እንስማው። The second question I have for you is, I think to some extent you kind of touched on it. How does it impact your relationship with your friends? I know you mentioned your godmother, but I want to hear from a couple of you, how does it impact your relationship with your friends? I know that some of you have friends from the other side, for better lack of better word. How does it impact your friendship? You and then Abi.
My name is Kadus Alamanta. Well, at school I was friends with Shaka, you guys know. But now, like after the split, we never really talked to each other, said hi. I don't know why the reason was it because like his family told him not to like talk to me, or was it because, you know, the split of the church, or you know, I don't really know why.
So it impacted you negatively. Okay. Yabi.
My name is Yabi, and I want to go back to the first question. Like it was like over a year, I used to tell my dad, because like I used to see the problem in our church, and I used to be like, Dad, I know something is gonna happen to our church. I'd be like, do you know DSK Mariam in London, the Mariam thing or the problem? And I'll tell him, I'll be like, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. And then when the day came, the week came, I told my dad, watch, there would be police there. There would be we would disrupt something. There's going to be a fight. There's going to be everything. That happened. And after that happened, I realized they never listen to the youth. They never listen to the kids. And I know from there that they'll never listen to us for the kids if we're telling them something. And then the second question, how your relationship with your friends. Like for me, I stay cool with my friends, like from the other side. I make sure that I don't talk about the church stuff, but I try to be friendly to them and stuff.
That's good.
My name is Michael Tedla, and I had a lot of friends from the other side, Nati, Shaggan, and a lot of them. And nowadays, we used to meet up over the summer and everything. We used to hang out, but nowadays we don't see each other. The parents want us to be limited, like not talk to each other anymore for like different reasons. It's not like my parents in general, it's just like all the parents. They want us to keep away from them because they think we're going to talk about church and not worry about our friendship. But it's just making us a negative impact, and we're just influencing the wrong way because of it.
Thank you. Thank you all. And I want to hear from 3 people and what you want to tell your parents here and what you want to tell people you know from the other side. I'm saying the other side because of, I don't know what else to call it. So I want to hear from 3 people. 3 people, give them advice. What do you think?
My name is Zalalun Bakala, and the one thing that I just want to stop is the rumors and the drama between the adults, and I want for the court case and everything to get passed, and while that's going past, I want my parents, everyone else's parents to have a better relationship with the other parents. because I feel like after the church split, literally the friendships were just gone. Like it wasn't there anymore. And that's how I didn't feel like that with my friends, but I could see it with my parents, the way they think about other people. I try to tell them, you know, how to think about them, but it kind of doesn't work, so I'm hoping me telling all of you guys this might work. I don't know if it will, but I hope it does.
I think that the kids themselves aren't able to bring us back together like it was. So I think that the closer the parents get socially, is the closer how this church comes together.
My name is Metal Mugeta, and I want to say that I wish both sides were, well, like stop being selfish, because they were only thinking about themselves. Like, after you guys, it's us. Like, this church is ours. Like the paintings inside, like you've never seen a church in Atlanta like ours. So,
for me, like, I've grown up with the idea that, like, the church is the house of God, as you guys know. And we were taught that God is love, and that love is God. And so if this is the house of God, and God is love, then this should be the house of love. And obviously that's not what's going on right now. And as you can see, like, it makes us just as sad as it makes you guys, because we had so many friends, and, like, not only, even not our friends, just worship isn't the same, because knowing the kind of, like, feelings we have in our hearts, because we're not all thinking about love. We can't only blame the other side. We have to blame ourselves too, because we're not really making a move like strong enough to bring them back to us, and that's both of our faults. So I feel like it comes down to love for each other and respect, and we should respect like their beliefs, but at the same time, like it should go both ways. And like my dad was telling me what Meryl was saying, that this church was built for us because it's to carry on the future generation for the like Ethiopian Orthodox, and like how will we have the church for ourselves if this is how it's gonna go down, you know? So yeah, I feel like we should just get up
My name is Jonas Misgano, and about the church conflict, it changes us emotionally and mentally. Many of us never really expected this to happen, including myself. When the church was divided, I was just very confused. You know, I was like, what's going on? What's the situation that's going on? Why are we doing this? The whole point of our religion is to worship Jesus Christ and God. None of us, but instead we're doing the opposite. Instead of uniting together and worshiping Jesus Christ, we're just divided. And in many situations, as adults, we have to conclude and understand that being an adult is also being respected and following Jesus Christ's rules. The reason we were brought into this world was to worship Jesus Christ. And instead, situations have just gone into a worse. I think many of us were not mentally prepared for this, especially the kids, since we were never brought into the situation. I think what we have to do is we have to respect the other side, and we have to come together and make a formal conclusion. We shouldn't be arguing over church. It's the most hypocritical thing I've ever seen. And honestly, it saddens me. It also saddens a lot of us. So what we have to do is we have to come up with a formal conclusion as to why is this happening, and we have to pray for our sins.
My name is Kabra, like I said before, but when I see this, I just feel like God is good and he's using us for a bigger purpose. So we don't have time to worry about people who try to make us seem worthless. We need to focus more about what's going on. It's been nearly a year since this has happened. I didn't even expect that to happen. I remember nearly a year ago today, we were sitting at the festival just for me to wake up the next morning to see police in front of my church. That's not how this works. That's not how it goes. I've never ever had this type of lifestyle in my plans. It's crazy. You would think that I could come to church. At this point, I felt more safe at school than I have at church. That's never supposed to happen.
Thank you. Thank you all. ሰምታችኋቸዋል። የሚያመጣውን ችግር ስለ ሁለት ልጆች ታሪክ ነግራችሁና የመጨረሻውን ጥያቄ መልሼ እጨርሳለሁ። ከሎስ አንጀለስ ወደ አትላንታ ስመለስ እዚህ ቤተክርስቲያን ያደገች እዚህ ቤተክርስቲያን ብዙ ጊዜ የቆየች ልጅ ቤተክርስቲያን ከቀረች ቆይታለች እና I tracked her down to see how she's doing. እኔ እዚህ ቤተክርስቲያን ከመጣሁ ጀምሮ ማለት ነው። እና she is an atheist. በቃ ስለ እግዚአብሔር ስለ ቤተክርስቲያን ያላት አመለካከቱ ተቀይሯል እና እንዴ what happened now ስላት የቤተክርስቲያን ችግር ከመጀመሩ በፊት ነው። What is God? I mean, what is religion? This it? እና የምትሰጠኝ ሪዝን ከኢትዮጵያዊ ላለን ችግር በየቤተክርስቲያኑ የሚካሄደው እሱ ነገር ነው እና በጣም አዝኜ ብዙ መግፋት ስላልፈለኩ I just keep in touch. Fast forward, ይሄ ችግር ሲፈጠር ስሟን አልጠራም። ቤተክርስቲያን ችግር ሲፈጠር ደውላ Is this what God is all about? TK, I'm not so sure about this all God thing. I'm not a very emotional person, but I cried that day. Is this what God is all about? Is this what religion is all about? I'm not so sure about all these things. And now, እነዚህም ልጆች እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን አሁን እዚህ አሉ። ግን don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted. ስለዚህ ልጆቹን do not forget the kids. Do not. This should be the enough reason for all this not to happen or to stop right now. ስለዚህ ልጆችን አንርሳቸው ለማለት ነው። ሌላው ልጆቹ ምን አደረጉ በሚለው የቤተክርስቲያን ችግር ሲፈጠር ልጆቹ ተሰብስበው ምን እናድርግ አሉ። ምን እናድርግ ሲሉን ኦኬ ብዬ ዶክተር ሳባ ዶክተር ሀረገወይን ወንድሜ ማቲው እንኳን ነበረ ተሰብስበን ሰበሰብናቸው ልጆቹ ቴክስት ሜሴጅ ልከን እና we let them in a room talk about it ተነጋገሩ ብለን ነገርናቸው። they had 2 meetings ሁለት ስብሰባ አድርገው የ3 ፔጅ ስማቸው እዚህ አለ በሙሉ የ3 ፔጅ recommendation letter ጽፈው ለምንድን ነው reconciliatory committee ነው የሚባለው ለነሱ በፖስታ አሽገው አንዱን ለጋሻ አዳምጤ አንዱን ደግሞ ለአቶ ሰከር ሰጥቷቸው እና I was so confident ይሄን ደብዳቤ ካነበቡ በኋላ something good would come out of it. I am not so sure if they even read it. በጣም ልብ የሚነካ ጽሑፍ ነው እዚህ የጻፉት። ሌላው ልጆቹ ያደረጉት ምንድነው እስኪ እነሱ አይሰሙንም ስለዚህ እግዚአብሔር ከሰማን እንጸልያለን ብለው የአንድ ወር ጾም ያዝን። ጾም አልነበረም ያኔ አባታችን አነጋግረን በቃ ታውቃላችሁ ስርዓቱን የሚበላው የማይበላውን ጾም ያዙ ተባልን። በሳምንት 2 ጊዜ ቴሌኮንፈረንስ እንጸልይ ነበር እና እኔ I would like to believe ይሄ ታስክ ፎርስ ተሰብስቦ እዚህ ለመግባት የቻልነው በእነዚህ ልጆች ጸሎት ነው ብዬ አምናለሁ። ሌላው የመጨረሻ ምናገረው ምንድነው እኔን ራሴ ሬኮንሲሊየቶሪ ኮሚቴ ጠሩ ዋው በጣም ቆንጆ ነገር ነው ብዬ ሄጄ ተዘጋጅቼ ብዙ ሐሳብ ሰጥቷቸው እኔንም የሰሙኝ አይመስለኝም ግን ከነገርኳቸው ነገሮች አንድ ተናገሬ ዳው ቢመንድ ለአባቶቻችን ያለው ክብር ወድቋል ለሀገራችን በቤተሰብ ደረጃ በኮሚኒቲ ደረጃ ኢንዲቪጁዋሊ ውድቀት የሚያስከትለው ለአባቶቻችን ያለን ክብር ስለቀነሰ ነው በጣም ዘግጠን እና አንድ ቃሉን አነበዋለሁ I see a dangerous precedence both in our church and the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church at large, including in Ethiopia and abroad, that the church fathers are relegated, ignored, and worse yet, being demeaned by the very congregation they serve. Knowingly or unknowingly, we are destroying this very essence of the church fathers being the cornerstone of the Orthodox Church and our social fabric. Once we bulldozed this legitimacy of the fathers, every socially abnormalcy will become a norm. That is why we see events, those are uncanny to the Ethiopian culture, happening in our day, today, social settings. እግዚአብሔር አምላክ አባቶቻችንን ያኑርልን አንድነታችንን ያጠንክርልን ልጆቻችንን ለቤተ ክርስቲያናችን ይጠብቅልን እግዚአብሔር ይስጥልን